Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today we're going to paint a quick loosey-goosey carnation. And again, I'm using this book that I showed you last week, the Florals and Nature Memories of a Lifetime, copyright-free book with vintage images and a CD for printing them out if you want to, or you can photocopy. But I thought that was really pretty. That's what I'm going by. But it's going to be kind of impressionistic and abstract. So, and this is kind of what I'm going to go for here. So just kind of paint along. I don't think you need a reference photo for that, but that's where I got it in case you picked up that book. I love to have a good reference library. So what I'm going to be using here are my artsy watercolors, but I am going to use a regular brush. And when I get ready to do a review for a product, I like to do a bunch of different paintings in a bunch of different styles. Even though this is a relatively inexpensive product, I still like to kind of put it through its paces. So we will kind of work like this. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to hold this in my left hand. I do find that that's the easiest way to use this palette because it does, it's not like it takes up a lot of space, but it does. Well, it takes up a lot of space. It's just easier if I hold it in my hand. And we're going to start off with a dagger brush. You can actually use a round too. I just think it's really easy to get random shapes with a dagger brush because it's kind of flip-floppy and it's got that funny shape. And I'm going to pick up this kind of crimson-y color here. Oh, by the way, let me show you. I made a swatch that was arranged like my palette so I could see exactly what I have because these are very transparent watercolors. It's hard to tell what color you have unless you swatch them out. And because there's so many of these little blades of colors, I made my swatch so that it would fold up and I could store it with it and it would be in that same kind of, you know, kind of layout. So what I'm going to do is start out by putting in my dark areas that I see for the head of the carnation. And it's a white carnation, so I'm just kind of using my artistic license here and making it into a pink carnation. Wasn't that a song? A white sport coat and a pink carnation on the Lawrence Welk show or something. Yes, I had no life growing up. I stayed home on Saturday nights and watched Lawrence Welk. I'm going to rinse my brush out. Okay, and hopefully there's going to be enough paint on my paper that all I have to do is just kind of like paint these different, just basically different slaps of color, and I will end up with, I think this is going to be fine. You'll kind of end up with these different petals because your paint will just kind of flow. Don't overwork it. Okay, I'm gonna call that done. I think that's good. So if you want to continue using the dagger, you can. I'm gonna grab some sap green, and I'm gonna give it. Let's see. I'm gonna do a stem. Give it a little bud over here. And I've got to give it this little hip area. And then I think I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to grab I would say this is it's number 10 flat. It's about 3/8 inch wide. I'm going to grab a darker green, kind of like a hooker's green. Let's mix that out. Let's mix that with some of that sap green color. Try not to be too fussy with it. And I may go in with this darker green, a little sap green. And now I'm going to go back in with a dagger. This is such a fun, quick project. We're not even at 5 minutes yet. Actually, let's clean up our palette. Let's soak that right up. This is a Lowell Cornell 3/8 Comfort Grip Dagger. I really like the Lowell Cornell Comfort Grip series. They're actually meant for acrylic painters, but they are excellent. I'm just getting some grasses here. They are so nice for watercolor. They're not going to hold the they're not going to hold as much paint as, say, a I want to put another little leaf up there. They're not going to hold as much paint as, say, like a Mimic or a natural fur brush, but they're really nice, really easy to hold, well balanced, and well made brushes, and they're not crazy expensive, probably under $10 for a brush. And there you have it. I think, let me just look at my other one to see, did I do anything else? No, I actually did less to the other one. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I think it's really fun and cute. Almost feels like a Chinese brush painting. You can just see the shift to dry. That's the same color, just so you can have an idea of how it's going to dry. But experiment with different colors. I think it's a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up if you like these quick and easy tutorials. If you want more easy flower painting, kind of brushstroke flowers like this, check out my watercolor flower workshop. I will link it down below so you can see there's so many different flowers demonstrated in there. I have other ways to do carnations in that class too. And it's a great way to learn how to paint tons and tons of flowers and arrange them if you are so inclined. Again, thanks for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.